Welcome back. Well, Harvard is now declaring that your gender can change from day to day.
The school's Office of BGLTQ Student Life now fighting transphobia with a pamphlet laying out the concept that gender is, quote, fluid and ever-changing, and that transphobic misinformation is a form of systemic violence.
All right, so it raises a number of questions. Is this just promoting intolerance, for example, in the name of tolerance? Here to discuss it more is a blogger at The Conservative Millennial, Allie Stuckey. Good to see you, Allie. What do you make of this?
Thanks for having me. Well, we don't even have to go into the complexities of the transgender agenda to see that this guide is wrong. Harvard is supposed to be a place of intellectual and intelligent and productive discourse, and this guide stands in direct opposition to that. Because what they're saying is you don't just have to think the way that we do politically or intellectually, you have to feel the way that we do, and that's moral manipulation. They're saying that if you do not believe what we do, then you are morally and ethically wrong, you're a bad person. And that's a scary place to be for a center of higher education that's supposed to be producing critical thinking.
Well, speaking of free speech, Ann Coulter is getting an experience of that at the moment, where she was supposed to speak at Berkeley University. Then it was canceled because they couldn't protect her. Now they're saying, well, we actually do want you to come speak. Well, the Young Americans Foundation is suing Berkeley for not protecting Ann Coulter in her speech. What do you think is going on here?
And Berkeley has responded saying, no, it's actually security issues. And I think that kind of goes to the heart of the matter, that there are security issues when a conservative comes to speak that are not there when a liberal comes to speak. The fact that there is even a danger of student vitriol and violence when Ann Coulter comes to speak is really the heart of the issue. And if you're going to regulate something, if you're going to ban something or prevent something from happening, the university should be preventing the violence from happening. They should make a stand to their students and say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this kind of opposition and violence. We are going to cultivate free speech and, you know, free thinking and democracy, and we're going to let opposing sides duke it out without your violent opposition.
So why is it that in these so-called bastions of free speech, as you say, they're not allowing conservatives to speak?
Well, this has become less of an issue of free speech and more of an issue of what the left has deemed right versus wrong. So they've placed themselves on what they think is the right side of history. They have deemed themselves moral vigilantes. And when you tell yourself that you're fighting fascism, you're fighting evil, you're fighting totalitarianism, then any means possible can be justified, even violence and destroying private property, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, free speech should not just be whether you agree with it or not.
Exactly.
Allie Stuckey, thanks for being with us.
Exactly.